So that is going on as we bring James Arnold back up to, and we'll talk to Coach Arnold about, I guess, Media Day. And that's kind of your adventure for the basketball coaches. The season's right around the corner, the beginning week of November. First of all, what was the Media Day experience like? I know it's probably similar to this. You go up in front of a microphone and talk to people, but you do get to see all the other coaches there as well.
Yeah, it's a nice time for all the coaches to kind of come together. We not only discuss with the media and other coaches the expectations of our program and some of the additions and subtractions and concerns, but it's really kind of a nice opportunity to fellowship with those guys. We're very fortunate on the men's side and the women's side. There were 19 of the 20 coaches returning, so there's some continuity and consistency there, which is really nice. It says something about the quality of the HAC schools that people want. It's a destination job, not just a hopping job. And you know, that's the kind of way I view Central Memphis as well, and being in this league. And on the men's side, I think Coach Sherman referred to, 5 of the top 100, or so many of the top 10 all-time winningest coaches are in the league. And on the women's side, there's some excellent coaches as well. So getting a chance to pick their brain and learn from them, as well as, like I said, just to kind of shoot the bull and fellowship. It's a beautiful place to go. At Kauffman Stadium, to sit in left field and eat. So it's a nice opportunity to go down there and learn from each other and just kind of talk shop.
Getting to your team, Jody on the football side has talked about the strength of the HAC conference, and I know you feel it's a strong conference. This is your second year with the program, and the women's team is CMU, and so there's got to be something you pick forward preseason by the day.
Yeah, it's about where I figured we could be. I think our roster is going to be one of the better rosters in the league, but like we talked about earlier, the talent, it doesn't always translate into additional wins or wins, and so that's a concern for us. But the league is good, and it's gotten better. I think the bottom teams are better, and the top teams have improved. And last year, for the first time since we moved up to NAI Division I, we had 2 representatives in the national tournament. Avila beat the #1 seed, the #3 team overall, and Avila's a team that we split with during the regular season. Mid-Am lost in double overtime to the #2 or #3 seed overall at California, the defending national champs. So our league was put on the map a little bit for the first time at the national level, and Coach Folsom from Benedictine, who's our Raider, said that the respect for our league is going up because of what our performance was there. And it's a dogfight every night. Anytime conference play in any sport, it's very tough because you get to know one another, you know the coaches, and there's so much at stake. But certainly, it's going to be there are going to be a lot of challenges for us. There's no nights off. Whether you're playing the first place team or the 10th place team, you have challenges ahead of you each night.
Well, you've got some players to meet those challenges, a couple of all-conference players coming back, and I understand that you also want an up-tempo style a little bit this year for fans to see.
Yeah, we traditionally, what we've always done in my systems is we played an up-tempo style. Last year, from a personnel perspective of what we inherited, we had some really nice players that didn't really fit that style, so we made some adjustments here and there, and I think once we all got on the same page, we were pretty successful and made some great strides and took a step in the right direction. With the addition of some of the athletes and the second year in our program for a lot of our kids, I think we can get out and defend a little bit more around the perimeter. We are very fortunate to be returning 4 of our top 5 leading scorers. Tawanda Sutton out of Philadelphia was the second all-team performer, all-conference performer. Sammy Gather-Cole was a third all-team conference performer. We need some more consistency from those 2. Raylan Nuss, who's going to be a 4-year starter going back to Coach Brooks' days, has a chance from an individual perspective to reach 1,000 points. And shot nearly 40% from 3 last year, so we're looking for big things from her. And Nakia Robinson's another kid, junior from St. Louis, that scored a lot for us in conference play from the combo guard spot. So those 4 give us a really solid foundation to build upon. And we brought in some kids that we really think can be special. Brooke Paulsell is a freshman guard from Southern Missouri that we think will contribute as a freshman right away, which is exciting. Taylor Corneliuson's a big from Southern Missouri, a freshman that we think will impact our program greatly, and again right away. Jasmine Poteet is just a stellar athlete from the junior college ranks that we think will maybe potentially be the best athlete and best defender in the league. So we've got to get everybody on the same page, and we've got to become more consistent across the board. And that starts in practice. That starts in the weight room. Heck, it starts in the classroom with consistency. And that's one thing we teach over and over and over again is we've got to have consistency, championship consistency in everything we do. So getting that through to them is the challenge that we're facing right now.
All right, Coach, you guys are just a little under a month away now from getting the season tipped off. First game, November 6th at Stevens College. What are you guys doing right now to just kind of get in preparation and head in that direction for the season?
We've been very fortunate. We have outstanding strength and conditioning coaches here, Nate Breland and Robert Thomas, and they've been preparing us now for a while, and that gets them ready for me, and that gets them ready for these practices that we've been going through. The tracks, for the most part, is over with, so we're still working out in the mornings. Now we're in the process of for 6 practices in, and with that comes a lot of X's and O's. There's a lot of installation that we have to go through. These become kind of the dog days. Their bodies are saying to them for the first time, especially the new ones, that, whoa, what are you doing to me? Because their season it progresses a lot faster at the lower levels. So, we're getting through that, and I think they're anxious for games to get here. Before we tip off with Stevens, we've got 2 great opportunities with exhibitions at Missouri S&T and Rolla, which will give us a perennial Division II tournament team to battle against and be tested. And then we have a great opportunity to go to Carbondale to play Missouri Valley Conference, Southern Illinois University. Again, another opportunity for us to really push ourselves and be tested before we tip off against Stevens. I think the ladies are anxious for the games to get here, and we kind of design practices and preseason workouts to the point where games are a nice oasis or relief for them.
All right, we're speaking with women's head basketball coach James Arnold. And Coach, is there anything else that we haven't gotten to yet that you want to touch on?
No, we're excited. We're excited for homecoming this weekend. I know that things get started with a lot going on, but we're looking at, I know that most of the teams are going to be out tonight, the blackout night at Puckett for volleyball, so that'll kick us off in the right direction. And we're just anxious to get on the court, and hopefully this week is a good week and we get better in practice and all that good stuff.
All right, Coach Arnold, thank you for joining us today.